Okay, so it looks like I have an issue. It seems that even though I'm creating my account, which if I'm correct is now created, yep, and then we have users, and I have a user, even though I created him, it's not logging him in. It's not acting like he's logged in, or my user is. But once I hit login, it works fine. So I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to look, see what's triggering that. It's forcing a secondary login, which I don't want. Okay, so we are failing on our team has no associated game plan. It should, but we need to see what we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are missing one. Simulator, user, account, streamer, play, game, coach. Oh, coach is not running. Why didn't coach start? Interesting. cd pffm go ms / coach go run dot because coach is broken. Oh, associated ID. Yeah, the whole associated ID thing. That was an interesting strategy of mine. It was one of those things, live and learns, where you go, good idea in premise, bad idea in execution. So now I'm just like dumping the nonsense. Oh, the wrong thing. This is not coach. Get play selection. Oh, yeah. I left this in because I was still trying to figure out how to get my objects. Now I think, yeah, I think the issue is here. I got to figure out how to get to the game plan ID. I was adding it to the team play info, which is important, but the question is why or how do I get my game plan ID from the play info? Now I have play details. Get game plan request. Is it because we're going to ask for the game plan? It is because we're going to ask for the game plan. So we need the game plan. The coach can't do his job without the game plan. Coach can't do his job without the game plan. So we have a couple of issues here. I got to get the coach's game plan, but that means, and this value doesn't matter. This is a compile error, but I don't actually have coach game plans yet. They do exist as a structure, but not as a, there's not actual data attached to any of my coaches yet. I don't even have coaches in the system. But I do need to add this and get it. And plus I need to get this, which is not right either. So the value I'm getting, just gameplay state, which is these, I may have to pass the whole, I'm thinking I may have to pass more to my coach, like the whole game session. How do I want to do that? Last play, game state. Because the coach needs to know the game state. He also needs to know the game plans. I wonder, what do I have in here? ID, play ID. This is all the information for the state, but it doesn't. And we have a home team, which is a Boolean, which is not really needed anymore because I already can determine that. By gameplay details. because I can read, has ball. I think the only thing is that we just need to provide the team. I don't think I need home team anymore, but I'm pretty sure my team play info, which is this object here, which is being defined by team play info, which is in the simulator. If I go to simulator, go types.go. Team play info. Team play info has possession. So that makes them the offense. Team play info has the ball, so whoever is calling the game plan get team details. It's not matching up to whatever this is. Team details. You cannot use home team details as PBE team details. This is getting star team details. Where is this? We're in the store. Oh, it's a store. What is the problem with simulator? Game session, user client. User client, coach client. What do I need down here? It's just supposed to be user client. Coach client. Oh, it's players. Player client. Team ID, Load. Okay. And result has to have. These are team details. Team details should have staff on them now. But since we're getting it from the proto, it's probably not defined. Yep, that's what I thought. Let's split you out here. Close that. And we have this object. Request, response, request, response, request, response. Team details, okay. So what we need is to create a message team staff. And then we have to do ID, team ID, staff type, specialties, I don't even know why I have specialties as a plural option. Why would they? And we don't need this one, we need staff. What is staff? Coach game plan, this is what I need. Coach game plan ID. I don't know why it says roll. Case because it's supposed to be. All right. Team staff. Okay. I should have everything I need. I still don't know what I'm doing with a string of specialties. I mean, forgot what I was thinking there. Probably wrote it down somewhere on my design doc, but I don't remember what it was I was thinking. So we're gonna just keep plugging away here. All right, coach. It's probably still not right. We're still working on fixing the. Let's go to common. We'll make gen. And then we got to go to simulator, which has still got a couple of broken parts. Somebody's home. Don't know who. Must be my wife, but she's home an hour early. I mean, I know it's a short day for her kids at school, but I thought usually they have to stay, so they must have let her out early for some reason. Our dogs are freaking out. Dogs are not very calm when she gets home. It's probably just called team staff. Nope. What the heck is this? Well, team details. Oh, see, it's not recording it. It's team staff. For whatever reason. Not an array of team staff, though. What the heck? Team details. Team details has no field or method. Yes, it does. PB team details. Team details, team staff, right there. ID, city, mascot, user ID. ID, city, mascot, user ID. Maybe this one doesn't have it. Let's go. Team staff equals team details staff. It's gotta be team staff though. Alright, something's going on. Dang it. Why won't you compile into the new things? I know I did this. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to have to do this. Go to my proto. Go to the proto. Simulator. And I'll do an import. API/players. And then I don't need the team stuff, I guess. Okay. Still doesn't explain how this is missing. Oh, it does show team staff now, though. That's capital. Except I'm looking right at it, and it does exist. What are you talking about? Oh, kind of love it when things are being weird. Let's go back to the simulator. I didn't know I was still referencing Team 1 and Team 2. It's supposed to be home team and away team. That's the way it needs to be. Sheesh. Alright, so we're working with front end stuff now, which I haven't really got to, but it's not really team with possession anymore. I have to get this correct. Check for change of. What is this? This is the run simulator. That's like, I don't even want to be editing that. I don't even need to be fixing that. This one maybe. It's all just changing of nomenclature here, so. I think I want to change this function to be a little less. I don't know, we have to look at the data all the time. I don't even. Getting rid of all these comments. Make things a little less cluttery. Alright, so now there's definitely a lot to fix here. I don't even think I need to with this. We're gonna go, that's sim game, run simulator, page. JS, this one might be something that matters. We're going to call this home team ID. Dang it. Jeez. Some game. Okay, so simulator data. Same thing. Right. Cleaned up that stuff. A lot of this stuff's gonna be wiped out, so I'm not too worried about it. These JS files, I don't know what any of those are gonna do. This one is run simulator and sim game, and both are like part of the POC, which won't be around for much longer. I hope a couple more weeks maybe. We'll get there. We're getting closer and closer and closer to a new stage of being, which is the ultimate goal, right? All right, so we got rid of all of that. I should clean up my stuff a little bit. Now we still have the issue of this guy not coming back. He's not got an associated game plan ID, even though I created a new user. So the question is why? So how do I create a game plan on first access? So we should be getting, so even though I'm fetching, get game plan is fetching, but it's not returning a new ID. So what was the problem? So I'm going to go over to game plan here. Who's not running? When auth is running, game plan's running, playbook, streamer, user account, simulator, gateway. Okay, so we also need the players, which is running, and coach, which is not. But I don't think we need coach, but I will start him up anyway, assuming I've got the bugs fixed. Maybe? No? Oh, we're still doing the associated ID. Oh, that's right. I've still got to fix how I'm getting this. Arg. Arg. Arg, we have to get this fixed so I can go on to the next thing. This is Oh, team staff. All right, let's see wrong. Something's up. Doesn't like my uppercase, doesn't like my lowercase, has no field or method team staff, but it does have team staff, so it doesn't like something about it. The team details object coming from get team ID is a PB team, not a team details, and it doesn't have a team staff. The first issue 173. Oh, result is a team object? No, it's been declared as a team object. It's a team details object. First issue 173, we're trying to send team details dot staff to result team staff. Blah blah blah. The team details object coming from get team by ID is a PB team, not a PB team details. What do you mean? It's not. Object coming from get team by ID. Oh, this object. Oh. Huh. You know, well, let's see, a team object is just a team object. So it's not a team, like it says, it's not a team details object. But we're populating team details with it. But we do have the team object. So if we're getting the team, that should allow us to get a couple of things we do need, like I'm trying to make sure I get the right thing. So it's not team playful. I think we need to just add some more stuff because we do have the team details is coming from the team, and the team is a team from the user client. And the user client has at least the game ID that I need, so I don't have to necessarily pull. If I load it up correctly, I can have that be loaded in the details along with the staff. So we're going to get staff, and we're going to add the staff. So we should be team staffing it here. This returns I don't know, what do I team staff dot what? Staff? I don't know exactly. Nope. Team staff's supposed to be an array. No. What is this returning? Let's see, player client, it returns a get team staff by team ID response, which is what? Get team staff by team ID response. User account. Get team. Where the heck is it? Oh, it's going to be in players. Shoot. Players. Aha, there it is. Get team staff by team ID response. and it returns a staff item, which is a team staff item. It's lowercase, maybe. It is a team staff, but it's got to be that staff. All right, so what is the problem? Get team staff by team ID. Why is it an array? Is that what that's supposed to be? Is team staff an array? I think I kind of messed that up. If team staff is an array, I've got a thing here. So teams, get team staff by team ID. Team staff is not an array. Why is it saying it's an array? Even if we're getting it from user account. I don't understand. Why are you saying it's an array? No. No, I want the whole step. Why are we getting first? So it's adding all of the staff to the staff object. It can't just pass. Oh, I see. It can't pass a staff object. It's not truly a staff object, I guess. It's a funky staff object. It's looping through and assigning all of the staff. But why? Well, it's not even looping. It's just doing the first one. So a team staff is a single record. Oh, so I have to have an array of team staff. Oh, God. All right. I guess I have to make this different. What do I actually need from the team staff? I kind of wanted to have like their specialties and their game plan. Because I have to have that, but I also need to know the staff type. So I need to know the staff type, the specialty, and the game plan. We're going to get them by team ID, so we're already assigning that because it's going in with the team details, so we don't need that. And we don't technically need their staff ID because, again, it doesn't matter. As long as we have the staff type, we know what item we need to get. But I need all of them because I might need to reference the medic or maybe not. Maybe I just somebody gets hurt, I just send it to the player staff functions and let them decide what the problem is and then come back. So the only thing I would need are the coach's game plan or game plans if they exist. I could just do head coach. He's the only, make him the only one with a game plan. But then I have to handle each one of them separate. I wonder if I can make like generic stuff. Just have like each type of player doesn't have a full game plan of any kind, but like defense might have some special defensive things, and offensive coordinator has some offensive things, and the head coach might do some certain types of things, like he might call timeouts at different times. He might go for it on fourth down more frequently. He may have one or two types of plays that he runs kind of with some consistency in certain special case scenarios, just things that are unique to that coach. It doesn't have to be a massive game plan. I guess that could be, if I did 32 game plans, that wouldn't be such a big deal. They'd have small little, just not their full plans, because generally they'd follow the default, but they may have special scenarios that they handle. And then, of course, your game plan can enhance that and improve that. That said, I wonder if it might even behoove me. Behoove me? No, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. I'm not even going to try that. I had to think that one through. It doesn't work. I was thinking combining all the game plans into one game plan at game time, and then it just picks from those plays and runs those game plans. But then you don't get the same variety of play selection for the coach to choose from, and I don't know if I like that. I like the idea of having 3 to 4 plays every play that gets picked from. So there's just no real knowing for sure, but you have an idea what's coming. So yeah. Okay, let's stick with it. Leave it as is. What I could do is create a coach's game plan, and then the head coach would get it, and then everybody who's a coach for the team, I'd have to figure out how to merge just at playtime the game plan. But that means I have to put it in memory and hold it, pass it around at every merge, because if you fire a coach, any of the coaches, anything that they brought to the game plan would be altered. And then I'd have to be careful about things like duplications. Like, what if I accidentally create 2 coach-specific game plan options that are the same? They have a different plan, but they do a different thing at the exact same situation. Like, say on fourth down, one always punts. One goes for it half the time. One goes for it 50% or 50% halftime and different, So yeah, I don't want to do that. I was thinking about merging them, but I don't think I'd have to do something like, I don't know. It might be better to merge them in the long run, because then I don't have to deal with the one coach's game plan. and then they kind of all build up together. I'd have to maybe give the head coach certain I'm trying to think if I can generalize or give the head coach some stuff and then the defensive and offensive players, coaches, other stuff. But I have to really be specific about how I'm doing that and keep track. So when I build those types of players, they're providing what they provide consistently. Now, not everyone would provide even a game plan, but they might. And then I'd have to merge them. Maybe for the team, there would be a coach, the game plan for the coach's game plan for the team. And then there's the user game plan for the team. So the user has one and the coach has one. And then it'll pick from both of those as your coach. I think I can do that. I can do something similar, but for now, I'm not even using the defensive and offensive. I'm just doing a coach. So, I want, how do I access the staff though? Do I need to have any access to any other player? I wonder if it'd just be easier, get team details, and then I just provide, because I'm already going to the player client, which is going to be able to get me the, so if I were to make team details, we can go, oops. All right, so let's go get team. I'm just trying to simplify, you know, I don't want to overcomplicate. So I got to make sure it does everything it needs to in a way that's logical. So we already have the player client and the user client. I think here, instead of doing the staff thing, I'm going to change this. Oops. We're going to go, I'm going to go user user game plan ID and coaches game plan ID, and then that means I have get staff by team ID. I think I have a function here that could be what if I just go user client team details, get team by ID. Why doesn't oh, it's returning a team object, which I should have in my team a game plan ID. And this should just be, what is it called? Types. Team. Game plan ID. There it is. Team game plan ID. Oh, it's just, okay. So we go back over here. The question is, how do I get the coach's game plan, which is gonna, that's a player client. I'm gonna have to connect to the coach client. But if I'm going into the coach, why don't I just have the coach get his own game plan? Coach has to get his own game plan, but how do we know who the coach is? That's team staff. We need to have the coach ID. Coach ID. And that's going to come from the team staff. All right, I think I'm getting this. Team staff, okay, so ID. So it's not going to be called, he's not going to be called a coach, but he's going to be staff. All right, so let's go to the players object. Player, go to types. And I think I have these defined up here. No, I do not. These are players and they have IDs. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to have to do something of the same nature I did before. This guy. And if it's not players, is it? Oh, it must have been playbook that I did the same thing. Yep. Okay. Then we're going to have to go to the players and do the same nonsense. Prefix play result. We're going to have a player. We're going to have, do I want import tracker? UC. User collection. User collection. What else do I have? User collection. That's the collection itself, and then we have the collection player, and then we have the team player. We have team staff, team player, and collection player. Collection player. User collection, collection player, team player. collection player, team player. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna go. It's too big. Trying not to get too big of prefixes on these things. We're gonna have some big numbers. I could have 20,000 players in here at some point. Well, the base players I won't have that many of. The one I'll have a lot of are team players. Team players could be massive because your regular players can be in your collections. They're just a subset of the collection. But if a person has multiple teams, they could have players on those teams, on both teams that are in the base set. So you end up with like multiple teams of team players, which can make up many times over. Because if I have 20,000 people playing, it's, you know, I'm picking some random number who's probably generous, but if I have 20,000 people who've downloaded this game and they've all at least set up a team, that's 20,000 teams of 22 people. If all they did is set it up and didn't bother to keep playing, because they'll get more and more players over time. Now I may put 1,000 people in the system, 1,000 players, but as soon as they start adding those players to their team, that's 20,000 people times 22, which is what, 440,000 players just on the base team. It's copies of the base players, and then you start adding to those players, and you can have up to 45 players. So that's, you know, more than double. So now you're talking about, you know, close to 1 million records of players on your team. And that's only if I have 20,000 people playing. If I manage to have a boom and you know, with 100,000 people, I got 10 million, 10 million records of teams. Yeeks. I won't get that many, but I'm just saying, if I had a million people playing with 44 players. That's 440 million. No, it's 44 million players. 45 million, 46 million, depending on how many players are on each team. And that's just one team. And if you say half those people, let's say, well, if I get 1 million, that means the game's really popular. So at least half those people are doing double teams, maybe even quadruple teams. So we're talking about up to 500 million records. I'm sorry, 200 million records. That's still a lot of freaking records. 200 million records. I don't know, man. I don't know. Microsoft will be like, thank you, sir. Because I'll be using Azure to host it all. I don't think there's any way I grow that big, but just saying, if it was that crazy popular, I don't see it being that big a game, but still, it's a lot of records. It can be a lot of records. I mean, Madden only gets 10 million tops, and I don't know how they even do it. A lot of it's downloads. I bet you it's not even that much active players. Oops, wrong thing. Is there a site that shows roughly the average active players for various Android games? This site tracks live player counts for popular online games. Let's go check this out. Phew. Browse games. How do I do this? Is there a way to search? Let's go Madden. Madden 17. Madden 24. go Madden 24. Wondering about the release date of Madden 24? Then you are at the right place. When will Madden 24 release? Madden 24 release on August 18th, 2023. Well, okay, that's not really what I was. Privacy contact home. That's not really what I wanted. I would like to see, like, player count. It's already out, man. What is the player counter? Online gaming tracker. How many people are playing? Check out other games. So can I search? These are actually pretty old. You know, the most recent one is March 12th, 2024. Huh. It's Hearthstone. Statistics 2025. I don't know. Or maybe it's just this link that's bad. Madden 23 update, lost player. Let's see what this says. Recent history update, lost player data. But as monetized, so did complaints about its live services. The most dreadful incident was when people lost their connected franchise mode data after attempting to log in during the server downtime between. It is uncertain how many individuals in total were impacted. Recently on the Madden subreddits, posts with blue error screens of death and the question anyone got. That doesn't seem to do anything. Play Tracker offers stats, graphs, and estimates for games across platforms. It doesn't really. This doesn't really show anything. Got very few things that it actually shows. It's only one Madden thing, and it's just news. All this is news. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It doesn't do anything. Live player counter for the most popular games. See where your faves stack up. See, I go browse games and it just takes you to this, which is just like a few pages of things. Counts and statistics. So what if I, what other game? Let's look at Marvel Snap. Oops. That's a popular game, right? Marvel, not even there. Okay, that doesn't work. Let's see what other things have. Play Tracker. One platform, 3 apps. What does this do? All of gaming together. Play Tracker connects the most popular gaming platforms out there and unites gamer data. All games achieve stats and graphs all now in one place. Huh. The list of most played mobile games with player count. That doesn't really help. Player count is not people currently playing. That's 100 million peak daily players. Wow. That was 2013 though. Oh no, that's 2018. But still, 100 million peak daily players. Shiminy criminy. 100 million. Marvel Avengers Alliance. Some of these had crazy amounts of player counts. Hundreds of millions of people. That's crazy talk. I wish. Let's see. Online, mobile. Virtual, social. console, okay, home, handheld, console, electronic, audio game, electronic, online game, mobile game. Talks a lot about mobile games. Doesn't really say anything about their current play state. What games are on here? Let's see. Control F. Let's see. Marvel. Nope, I don't want to go that way. I want to just look on here. Control F. Let's see. Marvel. Avengers Alliance. That was a 2015 game. This is really dated. Counts 70 million players since launch on its 3-year anniversary. Yes, this is not very helpful. Any others? Tracker Network. The platform provides stats, leaderboards, and insights for various games, including mobile ones. Tracker Network. Get the mobile app. We rebuilt our mobile app from the ground up with your favorite features and games. I don't even. Let's just see what some of these do. Let's say, let's see, Halo Infinite. Let's just see what they put in here. Arena, leaderboard, Snap Tactical, Deadly. I don't know what this does. Leaderboards, OBS overlay. So, what would I expect to see from this? I'm guessing this is really just not anything I was thinking of. I just wanted to see what the average daily. I mean, I didn't need like mega details. I just wanted to know. Android game. Daily player counts. ActivePlay.io, the Game Statistics Authority. Let's go see what that says. Game Statistics Authority. Search game stats. All right, let's see what this one has. Search live player counter. I'm gonna go. There's a FIFA. Madden 25. Let's go see what Madden 25 is. So it's had 24-hour peak is 2,000 people. All-time peak 6,000. Current players 1,502. Daily and monthly active players. On this page, you will also learn Madden NFL 25 live player counter or the total concurrent player playing the game. We also look at its daily players, monthly players, and Twitch viewership over the past 30 days, including peak. So this Madden 25, so it's pretty new. So they're really like, you know, probably didn't even exist before this, or was just getting going. And then they had 1,800, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. So they've been holding pretty good since September. I mean, yeah, it fluctuates, but peak players, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, I'd be happy with half that. 2,000 people a day playing. So that's actually pretty good to know, to be honest. So if Madden is like the baseline, I mean, there might be others that are doing good. I don't think I can look up like lesser known games like Retro Bowl or something like that. And plus, I don't think this is probably not Android, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to exist. And how would they keep track of that? It's not an offline game. There's no hits. You wouldn't know how many people are playing it because it's just been downloaded and people play it on their phone, and it's not like reporting anything, so it's kind of hard to say. How about Marvel Snap? My game will be countable because, oh wow, Marvel Snap's not on here? Wow. What other game? All right, how about Legends of Legends of Runeterra ain't on here either. Let's look at this AFK Journey. I've seen this game. How do they do? This is the tough thing about this game. Average daily users. Oh my golly molly. Check that out. 400, 300, 300, 200. These guys are making some bank. Granted, a lot of it's free play, right? These guys can play for free, but not everything. I've played AFK Journey. It was one of the many games that inspired me to create my own AFK game. So, what does that say? I say it's got some good things. It's just not. It's got a lot of problems, a lot of things I don't like. First of all, AFK is a misnomer. Okay, almost none of these games that you see that say AFK are truly AFK. AFK stands for away from keyboard, which means the game can run without you. But it doesn't mean you don't have any input. But this game, I guess they can run without you, but only for very short periods of time. Maybe a few hours, maybe a few days. And the only reason is because all of your interactions are blocked by paywalls or by slow progress. So you can't do anything. So when these go AFK, it's because you pretty much have nothing else to do. The game has to go grind it out a little bit for you to earn whatever it does for you to keep playing. So yeah, it's AFK, but it's only after you've spent, the first however many hours, 30 hours, 50 hours playing it. Then it kind of starts getting to that point where you're like, get so high up that there's nothing else to do until your players go grind out some stuff for you. And that's not. I want an AFK thing where you can be interactive while it's AFK. If you want to, you can look, you can see, it gives you notices, it tells you how your guys are doing. You can tweak them, help them, push them, give them direction. But they can continue to do their thing even from the get-go. How much you interact is up to you, but how much you interact might help them succeed better, do better. And it'd be even cool if I plan to even have it be where it's offline game, or not an offline game, but a server game that your squad can run into other people's squads and just meet them. Maybe they fight them. Maybe they don't. You could tell how to react to other squads. You can give them certain things to help defend. Maybe there could be the chance of a fight, but it's not going to be general. It's kind of like challenges. You can get rewards for you fought, were challenged, your team was defeated or your team succeeded, and as a result, you can say what you're willing to put on the line in a squad challenge. If a team comes up to you in hostile, you can do things to protect your guys, make them so they can't be attacked. It would be totally cool if we could make it I don't want to say a GPS game, but yeah, maybe a GPS game where it's like they roam the earth, so they could literally end up anywhere in the world. And that'd be kind of cool. So your map is the world, and instead of being like everything would kind of get replaced, so you could just as you move along, as your guys move, they can journey the world about and just go to different places. And if they run into water bodies or whatever, they want to go over it, they need to get a ship or a boat or something to travel the waters. And then they can run into sea monsters. That'd be cool. Yep, that'll be a fun game to develop when I get to it. That's a couple years down the road though, so don't get too excited. I'm excited about it, but you know, one thing at a time. Let's get one game done and make some money, and then we'll start the next game. And this one will have to, you know, then you got to maintain the one, so you know, keeps making money and keeps doing what it's supposed to do. Which means you start going half time, hopefully make enough money to hire somebody and get some help and start moving forward on the next project. But I think it'll be cool. So says me. So says me. All right, so what I decided here is we got the team staff. Now what I want to do is insert here. Let's do this. I'm going to try and change this up. We're going to go like this. Team, game plan ID. This team details doesn't have a game plan ID. Nope. But we will. Let's go up here. Team game plan ID and coach ID. So I don't have, oh, I do have the player client. All right. And if I have it right, the coach ID, all right, I want to get the let's change this to pass coach ID associated with the coach ID from the team staff list for the staff type or the staff ID. We'll see. Staff ID from team staff list for the staff type equal HC. This will be used by the coach during game simulation to get the coach associated game plan. Actually, I don't even need to do that now that I think about it. I have the coach associated game plan with the team staff object. I could just get the coach game plan ID. Just do the coach game plan ID of the team staff member where staff type equals HC. If it exists. Yeah, it's going to be coach game plan. Coach game plan ID. It's not a capital P. Stop trying to put capital P's in the middle of game plan. It's one word, isn't it? I think a game plan is one word. Game plan is one word, right? That's what I thought. It can be two words, right? I mean, that's like, you know, it's normal, but find the head coach's game plan ID if it exists. Okay, so that said, I got to go back up to my common in the API, and we have to go back to the, we're passing back that's team staff. Team staff is from the player client. Get team staff by team ID response. Get team staff by team ID response. Get team. Not in here? Nope, must be part of the simulator. I can't remember where it is. Get team staff by team ID response. The players. Sheesh. Oh, it's just a staff. And it's team staff. Alright. So coach game plan ID, that's what I want. And it's already there. Just gotta go pin it down. Simulator. Simulator. Alligator. It is capital C though, because that's going to get uppercase while it's there. And I also have to have the user game plan ID, which I can get from the team, but I do need my details to have it. So team details. It's probably the simulator object. There it is. So instead of having that, I'm going to have string, and we're going to have string. Oh, that is user. Dang it. And then string. Oops, gotta do this again. You, there we go. Coach game plan ID 6, and we're going to get rid of this staff object. Go over to common. We're going to get rid of make gen. Oh, duty motor hootie. And for API, oh, nope, not using that anymore because I'm not using the staff object anymore. So we don't need to do that. It's nothing like, it's getting to that point now where I'm like, my brain doesn't immediately go, blah, I don't know what that means. More often I'm getting to that point where I'm like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. I can fix that. I can probably fix that. Still have some issues with my user account here. The team is made up of what? This now references the player message from players.proto. Does it? Probably supposed to be from players.proto, which is user account. It should be team player. Because players.proto has player, period stats, game stats, highlight play, team player. Yep, it's team player. And because that's the only player that matters in the purposes of that. I do have players here, right? Yep. because I like my created ats later. What else we got for problems? Don't worry about that. User can field 11 has already been used. Oh wait, what? Did I misnumber that? Yeah, 9, this is 10. Okay. I don't know why it's complaining. It says it's got a problem, but I think part of it is I don't think the basic compiling understands these API imports. The red line stuff seems to lose track of these imports, even though they're not wrong. They are pointed correctly, and this is why MakeGen doesn't have any problem with it. It's able to find it just fine. But the compiler, whatever this red line compiler is, seems to struggle with tracking down those imports. Like it doesn't know what to do with them. It's like, are these real? I think you're messed up here, man. No, we didn't mess up. Team detail. Team detail. User account. Oh, team detail. Must be simulator. Team details. Oh, I haven't even put that in here. Team details. So if I'm going to pass new stuff into the team details, I need to have user game plan ID. And coach game plan. Ah, stop it. Plan ID. Stop it, me, because I keep typing in the capital P's on game plan. Like it's another thing. All right, user game plan ID. Okay, so everything's matching up except this team details, which is probably because there's no team details. That's a team thing now. Alright, so we got is coach game plan up, it's lowercase p and lowercase p. And team, oh wait, one of these is wrong. Team staff. This should be right here. Wait a minute. Do I even need this anymore? Right, because I need the coach's game plan from, okay, no, we're fine. But we do need to get the I don't have a staff type head coach. It's just HC. What the heck? Let's just do what I told you. Stop trying to add stuff. Check if this staff member is the head coach. HC, staff type. Failed to get team details. So we have the player client is getting the team staff, which is going to get me this piece. And then I have the user client, which is going to get me the team, which is going to get me the game plan ID. So this is coming from team. And it's supposed to be get team by ID. It's supposed to be a team PB team, which is part of the user account. Common coach, common user account team, PB team. PB team has a game plan ID right there. Except that's not a capital, that's just a regular old P. And it's not user game plan, it's just game plan. Kind of got that. All right, so now I don't know what this is. I don't need this anymore. This whole team staff nonsense. Don't need it. Not setting it. Don't care. And we'll return results. Yay! We're back to compiling for the simulator. All right, and which is funny because I don't really have the simulator running, but this is just getting it. It's just slowly getting ironed out, getting more and more close. The coach is actually the item that got me into that situation because the coach was referencing things kind of funky. So I got to go back to the coach. I got this service here. Okay, so now, hopefully, when this comes through with tell me this is returning. It's returning team play info. So get play selection. I am going to have it pass me more than this because I need to know the game plan ID. And this is like the wrong information for finding. Coach. It's called in consult game plan. Okay, so consult game plan. What does this have? Last play game state. Do we have any game session information anywhere? Anywhere? I'm going to need information from the teams. I have this team info thing, but I'm not sure. That's team play info. And who's calling the consult game plan? Pretty sure it's a simulator calling this. Calling all coaches. Calling all coaches. This is simulator. Simulator here. Question. Can you please check your game plans and tell us what is this calling with? Consult game plan. How come it's not looking at everything? Because obviously somebody's calling this. There it is. Simulator. Okay, call coach service to update game state with offensive and defensive play selections. So I do have a game session here. could just pass the game session in. Then it can pull whatever it needs for whatever reason. Game session is a lot of fixed data, but it needs to know things like the team details. What's the game plan for today? And I don't want it doing a bunch of calls to other stuff. If we already have this stuff, which we do, because we pulled the game state from the game session, I should just pass the game session. Because then the coach could get things like play IDs, game plan IDs. And we don't have to do anything with. All right, so this expects a game state. It actually expects a last play game state. I could just pass in the game session with it. But that means I have to change the that means I have to change everything if I do that. I'm gonna have to change everything anyway because I'm gonna change the name. All right, so let's go ahead and I need to have it gather the, all right, I'm just gonna have to change this. Let's go with, instead of the game state, let's pass the game session. We're just gonna go game session. And then I am going to change the last play game state in the proto. It's got to be consult game plan, which is in the coach client. Coach is going to get greedy and ask for more stuff. Give me all the details, man. It's not enough. Yeah, I know the situation, but I don't know what the plans are. How am I supposed to reference the plans if you don't tell me what they are? I don't know either. Here's all I know, man. Here's everything that is everything to be had. All right. Consult game plan request. Consult game plan. Wow, that's not even on there. Where is the? Consult game plan. Wow, that's like literally broken down all the way into individual parts. Yikes. It's not actually a game session being passed. Essential game state fields. I mean, I guess I can give it things like and I only need the team details. But I don't, is that the right thing? Consult game plan request. Is that what he's actually getting back? Coach. Consult game, oh, it's consult game plan. And then it's the last play game state is consult game plan. Oh. That's not even in coach. Oh, it's coming from, oh. Interesting. Last play game state. If I go API dot, I could actually just reference the object in this simulator. And the simulator is going to be a different thing, which would be game session instead of last play game state. All right, so let's just go here. Go game session. And we'll go back down here, make gen. It'll blow up because I didn't actually change. Wait a minute, like, did this too. Simulator. It's from simulator, right? Simulator, right? Oh. Oh no, let's play game state. What do you mean it doesn't exist? It's right here, game session. You liar? Does two exist? Okay, that was weird. I didn't do anything, but it worked. All I did was, basically all I did was run it again, unless I typoed something, put a space in. Huh. Okay, see how it gets these errors, these threes? Those errors are just because it doesn't know what to do with things that are coming from other files. Just weird. All right. And this is no longer this. Dot last play or game session. And what do we need here? So we're going to consult the game plan. Get stream submitted play. But it was looking for, what was it expecting now? Last play game state. Dot. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. I can do this. Let's go. Last play game state equals, and then we're going to go length play game state -1, and then we're just going to stick this guy in here. Pretty much everywhere I wanted that. Guess I could just do that. And then we're still back to this, but hopefully get play selection. So now I have the information I need. How many places are actually looking for this place selection? I think just the coach. But we can't define an object that doesn't exist. I'm kind of. Let's see. Let's close this for a minute. So we have get play selection. First, we're going to get the user's play selection. And then we're going to get the. We have to do this for what? Home and defense? Yeah, we're going to have to do home and away. For home team, range, bool, true, false. So we're gonna. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's a simpler way to do this. Because now I have better information in my team stuff. I do have to get the plays, all the plays for both the home and the defensive team. Yeah, maybe not. I just have to tell which one I want. Okay, never mind. We'll just do it. So once we get home and home and away teams, but I got to figure out if we pass the last play game state, what do we need from last play game state is the question. Really, all we need. I'm either gonna have to pass another value, or I have to send session through. Which means updating the proto again. Some of these use last play game state. But this guy needs to know the coach ID, which comes. So if I change that, then I have to make everything that references it. And I think there's a lot of things I'm passing that through to. I mean, if I'm only using it for get play selection, I guess I could, if I only change get play selection. All right, because I have to change another one. Because this is the one that actually needs it. I'm just passing it through. Coach is just receiving the call, and then it's sending it through to the other stuff. So oh, this doesn't even. So I can just do that? I can just do it straight up? Without any repercussions, maybe? Alright, let's try it. home team. Dot game plan ID. Away team dot game plan ID. And then this one would be game plan. Aha, I'm finally here. Game plan D equals home team game plan ID. Default doesn't have any but. Get game plan request. If source equals coach. Alright, we're gonna have to do this then. Coach game plan ID. Oh. Dot home team. This is gonna have to go away. And we'll have to take this guy. It's not a good way to do this, but we're gonna have to do. Oh, come on. If source equals coach. Nope, we don't need to do default, but we do need to do else. Else if source equals, I guess user. Boo. And it's going to be basically the same thing here. So we're going to get the right game plan if we're coach or user. Otherwise, if it's default, we'll change it to default. Or if it's none of the above. Because it's just going to be if user, just use the team ID to get the game plan, else check if coach. Alright, so if source equals default, or GPR game plan ID equals nada. Because we're going to get something no matter what. We're going to, if we get nothing, we're going to grab a default play. Only problem is that puts a default play higher up in the odds. I didn't think about that. Odds of being picked. Because if you pick a user that's empty, if the user doesn't have anything set up, I think every... Yeah, we'll just leave it. I think it's fine. If you don't set up a game plan, you're getting a default play. You're getting a high percentage of a default play. Because the default becomes the coach's user plan, and that becomes a priority. And then the coach can still stick his 2 cents in there with his plan, but he may or may not choose it. Okay, so what is the problem? What do we got up here? So we just need to pass in the rec now. We're back to passing in the rec. Just for the play selections. And this one is fine matching. Oh, this is probably looking for the game state. Fine matching situation. Game plan response. The home team, well, there's probably 2 of them. Home and defense. No. Try to find, oh, home team is the Boolean. Okay, so dot last play game state. Oh, wait, no. It's, oh, I have to get the last play game state. I mean, I guess I could do that. If it'll let me. It did. So I'll just do that. Just put it in. It's the only place that it's required anyway. Okay. All right. Are we finally done? Nope, we still have to do this. What's happened here? It's not last play game state, this is game session. Are we fixed? Well, it's looking kind of fixed. Let's go see. So let's do another make gen here just for shoots and googles. And then we're going to go back over to my coach, try to run him. We are up and running. We have messed around with the player. It's already running. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everybody is up and running. Yay! But I do think I need a stop simulator because I did some stuff with that one. So we're going to stop it. Just make sure it gets rebuilt. And we'll go here to get bash. cd pffm go ms /simulator. And I'm gonna go one dot, make sure everything in simulator. Aha! Simulator's busted. Simulator, what is wrong with you? You're holding up the show, man. What's wrong? What's so wrong with you? Cannot use game state variable of GitHub, blah blah blah. Let's play game state. Coach client consult plan. What? That workspace. What do you think of this problem? Run game.go. Close this. And line 85. Oh, we're already there. Why can't we pass game session? It's not complaining here. I don't see any errors. What are you complaining about? Isn't that what I'm doing? Oh, did I not save everything? Sometimes I don't save everything. I mean, I keep trying to hit save as I'm going, but sometimes the issue's beyond me. Sometimes we have a problem. Are we done? Alright, so now let's try this again. Let's see if the issue is just that I didn't save it. Does appear the issue was that I did not save it. You know, I should probably do the same thing for players. I don't think I stopped this since I made last edits. Alright, so I'm pretty sure Gateway's probably got an issue too, because I'm seeing some red in the Gateway. Probably references to objects I haven't yet pulled down here. What is your thing? Why are you problematic? Will be simplified to X? Oh, okay, that's pretty simple. Simulator again. Gotta stop simulator again. Alright, so then I gotta go back over to, I killed the gateway. So I gotta go, oops, what is user account? User account's got issues. Oh boy. Oh boy. Convert domain teams to proto teams. Don't like this. I don't like converting things to protos. I like to actually get the right thing through in the first place. So, team game plan ID does not exist in the proto team. Or does it? Game, no, it's lowercase p. Oops. Stuff it. Is that it? No, that was the extent of the problem. Lowercase p. There we go. That was an easy one. I like it when they're easy to fix. It's just a reference issue. Or I changed or I fixed the case of stuff, and now so we gotta go back to here, open up git bash, gotta take it over to cd pffm go ms /user account, And then nope. Go run dot. All right, so user accounts up, simulators up, coach is up, players are up. Now it's just the gateway. Gateway had some issues last time I looked. And game plan has a couple of twiddles, probably because I also changed this. Is that it? That'll make that an easy fix. Go to go open gateway. PFFM, go ms/gateway. Go run dot. Hey, we're back up and running. Everybody, hi ho, 3 cheers for the app. Yay, we're back and running. Okay, let's take it back to here. And well, we know that's not going to work yet because I haven't even bothered to try that. That's going to blow up. Yeah. Let's take it back home. Sheesh. Go sim game. Home team ID has already been declared. Oh, whoops. I'm simulator go sim JSX. Go sim JSX. Go sim JSX. Oh, we're passing in home team and away team. Do I even need... Wait, those aren't even being called. Kind of thought I had all that, but okay. Control. Initial data. Go. Control shift. Oh, nope. Cancel. Go away. Control F. Replace in the current document with the home team ID. Do that. Okay, and we have 32 the away team ID. Okay, so that puts those to work, and we can hopefully get away from all that. Oh, we still have a team 1 in here? Gosh darn narglets. What is this? Go sim game, and it's not even the part I'm working on. Game state. It's not team with, I don't even think I have a team with possession option anymore. What the heck, man? It's, the game state comes from gateway, and team with possession is a thing of the past. Pretty sure. Because they have I have a more concise way of getting this now. Yeah, see, I have game session, and then I have, no, not game session, I have game, let's play game state. See, nobody has team with, and then I have team play info, and it's, yeah, and there we go. So that's actually just bad mojo. That's bad code. It's just old, deprecated code. So I gotta go to what, 366, which is massive in its locationing. 36, almost 500 lines of code in this little puppy by itself. That's not even the right thing. What are we looking at? Sim game. Sim game. Oh no. You know what? I think I need to undo something on here because this is sim game. This is not my. If I have, jeez, home team, team 1, just on the current document for sim game. Then we have away team. Because this is not part of the whole flocky lucky. Where is unexpected token, comma, expected, numeric, literal. Can't tell where it's complaining. Oh, is it 368? I don't know, like an extra comma. Okay, so my back to my expected location appeared to be success false. No! User not found. How can you not find the user? How is it you find no user? Coach, explain to me how you can't find that user. Or is it the game plan? Game plan, excuse me, how come you can't? Wait, who's not finding the user? Somebody's not finding the user. User count? Retrieving teams for user ID user 1. It's not simulator yet. We're just doing a game plan. So we got game plan. You know what? I probably should close this too. I don't think, I think I need to restart the game plan too. CD might work, but I gotta figure out why. We didn't choke out, did we? Starting. Nope. We cannot find user game plan. So we are calling get game plan. Fetch game plan. So I expect the fetch game plan would be logging something. Successfully and game dev, game plan server started. So Game plan service. Get game plan. Oh, there's no logging going on here? Game plan call with request. Sure. We'll do that. Just to have something. We gotta stop game plan. Go run dot. Alright, now I'll try this again. Go here, here. Here, no. Says false. I at least get a failure? Why aren't you executing? You're not even being called. Gateway. Gateway. What's going on, man? Please speak to me, people. What's the haps? Get game plan handler. What is the error? Because whatever it is, we're not getting called anymore. Output. Guess I can look at what I'm passing. Game plan, game plan, game plan, game plan. Fetch game plan. It's not fetch game plan. That works. User ID. Active user. Does the gateway tell me when it's trying to fetch something? Game plan, get game plan handler. Format dot. Getting your user team for user ID, blah, blah, blah. And then check it. Oh, well, really? We're going to get the user? Get team user. No team sound for this user. Format dot. Team response. The team has no associated game plan. Format dot print. Team is not associated game plan. No, let's do this. We'll get that anyway. Don't want that. Calling game plan service with game plan ID. All right. Now we should at least get some feedback, at least at this level. Or not. Oh, I probably have to stop this first. Aha. User team for user day 1, team response, blah 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 blah. Team is not associated with the game plan. What do you mean he's not associated with the game plan? Do I not have a game plan for him? I did just start up things again, so it's possible. Wait a minute. Where's my game plan? Huh. User doesn't have a game plan ID. Why? Well, good question. Well, that's not user. It's team. Duh. Let's go to my teams. There should be one at the bottom here. Game plan ID. Okay, so game plan ID is not created. So, which is okay. It simply should mean that it calls the game plan anyway, and it creates a game plan for it. Right? So I want to create a game plan in the event that there isn't one, or do I just create one out the gate? See, here's the problem. When do I create that first game plan? I think I should create it right away. I don't like creating default values. That sucks. But the coach, we're calling the coach, no, we're calling the game plan to get a game plan. So if there is no game plan in the call, create a new one. All right. So gateway should still be going in. But then I have to figure out how to associate it back to the user, because we have to update this value. So if you create a game plan, then we have to set this value. I wonder if there's a, I mean, obviously there's a way. I may have to circularly go back and do it. Calling game plan server with game plan ID. Do we not even make the call? Yeah, I don't want to. Team has not, no, it's supposed to be a no associated game plan. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to allow it to make the call. No associate is, has, does not yet have an associated game plan, which we'll put with one word because that's the way it should be. And then calling game plan service with calling game plan service, calling and then we will just say I don't even see why we couldn't call this. It would just be ID. See, what I'll probably just say is like not found or something. Game plan ID equals not found. And these should be lowercase because that is the proper way to do this. Okay, so now I need to go over to the game plan and make it know what to do. All we do is pass in. See, we don't know who the user is, though. That is part of the problem. You know what? How about instead I have a function that is game plan handler. So would it ever know the ID? I don't think it'll ever know the ID. Would anything ever know the ID? Going through game plan. Coach might go through the game plan. What, does the coach call the game plan? Because coach might call the game plan. If he does, he would know the game plan ID. How does a coach calling, how does a coach, oh, I didn't even think about this. Oh, dang it. I didn't, man, there's so many things to think about. Oh, golly. Ugh. You know, so many things. So many things to consider. And I just let it do it. I didn't even think about what was going on. And I let it do it. Gosh, dang it. See, we're doing direct connects to my clients, to my other services, and we're supposed to be going through the gateway. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And then, you know, oh, God. All right, I have to start making my life easier. I have to do this. I have to create an AI, I don't know. Let's see. Let's go to my, where do I want to put this? Roadmap, collection player services, game mode, design. Social media. I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to call this AI request primer prefix, because I'm finding that too many things are getting broken here. Use this command, this text before AI requests. One, all service calls should go through gateway. No direct service to service connections. 2, when possible, all variables when possible Right, 2. Never use snake case or pass. Never use snake case. Use camel case when possible. When standard practice allows. Never use snake case. Use camel case when standard practice allows. I don't know if I can tell it things like use camel case for protofiles. Use Pascal case for type structs. Use lowercase for JSON. All right, so model all services after. Which one is my most consistent or the most code? After functions and files in let's go with game plan. All service calls should go through gateway, no direct service to service connections. What else do I have? Model gRPC structs, model gRPC files after gRPC files in game plan. I'm just trying to get some consistency here. I got to start creating this and then just dropping it on because it's just becoming a problem of I'm going to have to rewrite all of this because I do not want my stuff. All right, I'm gonna go talk to something outside of my app, just because I want to ask. Superman is going to be like a major Marvel Studio property, and that's a good thing. Or whatever. Give in to the masses, people. Give in to the masses. I like DC styles, the dark style of DC. But whatever.
During the April 5th event, Rogan joked about some tech leaders in the room supporting Trump, claiming, "It's amazing that others in this room underwrote electing a man who in the last week single-handedly destroyed all of American science." He added, "It's amazing how much good science you can destroy with $320 million and RFK Jr. very fast." The Breakthrough Prizes organization told The Hollywood Reporter the edit was to meet the planned runtime, even though the ceremony wasn't broadcast on TV and lasted nearly 100 minutes on YouTube. The standalone clip of Rogan and Edward Norton's presentation was also edited, despite not needing a specific runtime. The Breakthrough Prizes, launched in 2013, honor major scientific advances, with founders including Sergey Brin, Mark Zuckerberg, and others. Zuckerberg and Brin met with Trump after the 2024 election, and Elon Musk attended the previous year's ceremony. At this year's event, Rogan and Norton presented a special award to Gerardus Hooft, the celebrated Dutch physicist and Nobel laureate.
Wait, what am I talking? I know, distracted. Okay, so I was going to go to Chat GPT, and then we're going to go see. I don't know what it's going to let me do here, but no, I'm already logged in, so we'll just ask the question. How many, or what was I going to say? I asked this question before of Claude, and I'm just going to see what it says. As a matter of standard and best practices, should service to service calls use the same gateway that UI interfaces use to access. As a matter of standard and best practices, should service-to-service calls use the same gateway that UI interfaces use to access services? Rather than connecting directly. Here's a breakdown of the standard approach and what's considered best practices for service-to-service communication versus UI-to-service communication. No, service-to-service calls typically do not go through the same gateway used by the UI. Yes, they should communicate directly over gRPC or internal HTTP APIs, depending on your architecture. The roles of API gateways. API gateways are generally designed to expose internal services to external clients, like your React app or mobile app. Handle cross-cutting concerns like authentication, authorization, rate limiting, CORS, request audit, blah, blah. They are not typically used for backend services to service communication. Best practice for service-to-service communication. Use direct internal communication. Prefer gRPC or HTTP REST directly between services. Keep the traffic internal, e.g. through a service mesh or inside Docker network or private cluster network. Don't route service-to-service through the UI gateway. UI API gateways add overhead and are often tailored to external access patterns, not internal protocols. It introduces unnecessary latency and complexity. It also creates a single point of congestion if too much is routed through it. When to route through a gateway internally. Exceptions. You might route internal calls through an internal gateway, not the UI one, if you're enforcing centralized auth logging policies. You want versioned public-like APIs, even between services. You're in a zero-trust network and enforce policies on every hop. You're using an API mesh gateway like Istio, Linker, or Kong, where all services go through a control layer for observability and security. In that case, you typically have a separate internal gateway for that, not the same one exposed to the UI. In your case, how does it know my case? gRPC gateway-based app. Stick with React UI. How did it remember that I was working on? Since when does this stuff remember what I did last time? It never remembers. Stick with React UI to gRPC gateway services. Other services direct gRPC calls to each other. Huh. So Claude told me something different. Claude said they should go through a central point. But either way, I don't have it all set up the same. Because I have some where I'm going through the gateway, and I have some where I'm not. All right, fine. We're going to say all service calls should be all service to service calls should be direct gRPC connections. Do not use the gRPC gateway service. I just want to have it common so I don't accidentally get stuff that's different in function. I have to do this because I'm tired of rewriting crap. Especially when I keep seeing, why does this keep showing me an update? I keep doing these updates and it keeps telling me there's an update. Darn garnet. Alright. Alright, so I'm not going to mess with that right now. But it is not perfect. So let's go back. What do I got here? Gateway. Guess Control C. Go run dot. Now the problem here is that I haven't solved. Okay, wait a minute. I haven't solved. Why? Unnecessary type arguments. Do I need that? It says unnecessary. What happens if I just dump these? Is it still gateway? No, this is coach. Go run dot. So the question is, how do I associate a game? I think I have to, if I create a team, I have to create a game plan and associate it. That's what I'm going to have to do. So when I create user, which creates a team, I also have to create a game plan, call the game plan service, create one, and associate it. Just probably the best way to do it. Just get it all created. Every game plan will have the necessary parts, and we're just going to do it when we create the user, which is probably going to be here. So I got user team, create, user? Nope. Well, is it create user? Yes, I think it might be create user. I don't think I have a create team. Create user. So we're going to have a create user, go through here, create or update team. All right. After, let's see, I'm gonna put in my little thing here because I don't want any more of this nonsense. Add context. Open editors. Find test. File, get changes, images, problem, prompt related. Files. Terminal S command test failure. Search for files and context to add to your request. You know what? Do I have a utils here? No, I'm just gonna just do this for now. Who cares? If I did it as a file, search for huh? Test failure, terminal selection, symbol search, prompt, problem, image, get changes, get results, folder, find usages, open editors. Ah, forget it. I ain't got time for that. No. Question. I want to add a call to the game plan service after team is created to create a new game plan, a new empty game plan, and associate the new game plan ID to the created team by the game plan ID property. Let's see if it gets all long-winded on me. I don't know what to put that in as. Create a new game plan using game plan service. Update the team with the game plan ID. Is how to implement. So create user is this guy, which we are doing. Get game plan client, which is after we do the team, right? So we do the team. But don't forget to add these imports. Oh yeah, okay. So now you'll need to add the get game plan client helper method to the service.go. So I'm pretty sure we're already calling. I don't want a helper method. I want to use a continual context. Let's not use the client, or rather, please model the client connection after the connections and other services. Such as all right, so we're going to go to user account. And we're going to go service struct. So we're basically going to add this guy in, the same thing we had before. Nice, clean, repeated code. And then we'll just pop this guy in here. Why does it capitalize the P? It's like, aha! I'm not the one doing that. It's this thing that's doing it. And I've been told this is not needed, so I don't know why it's doing that. Is it just never used? At least it's not used yet. Oh, my return needs to be this. Yep, did it again. Capital P's on game plan. Game plan is a single word, people. We're going with the single word form of game plan. Now we're back to create user. Okay. That, create user, blah, blah, blah. And then we have create user, blah, blah, blah. And then we got to create a new empty game plan, which is going to go right before we do the team thing. And we're going to have to get rid of all these capital P's because it thinks game plan is 2 words. Does that PB think game plan is 2 words too? Eek. Unless it's still mimicking after something I did, I have to look. Look, it even created it as 1 word in the comment, but it put the P as capital. Now, it is possible that I did something weird, and it's referencing stuff I've done earlier. I don't know. All right, so game plan, does it have user ID? It has no user ID. So why did it put that in there? Why does it think that's how you write? You are a weird thing, man. It's not. So the ID. game plan doesn't have a name. What the heck, man? Where are you getting these weird things? Just making stuff up? Where's it getting user ID from? I think it just makes stuff up sometimes. Create user game plan ID string. If game plan client is nil, ID created game plan. Blah blah blah. Get game plan client. Create or update game plan. Game plan equals create. Can I just put this in front of it? Nope. I don't know what it's complaining about there. Nope. It's not even a user ID. What the heck? Where is it getting this? Create a new empty game plan. Is it asking for a game plan? So to create or update a game plan, we have to... Oh, we have to give it what it needs to create a game plan. I don't know if I like that. No, I don't like that. It seems inefficient. I'm doing too much on this side. Create or update game plan. So if we can create it, what if we just don't send it back? And we just say create if we don't get one. What is game plan look like? Game plan. There we go. Service. Creator update. I want to update this. The create or update game plan. If game plan is nil, then that means it is a create request. Can go like that. And is it still thinking game plan? Why does it keep thinking game plan has a user ID on it? What? If user ID is not set, there is no user ID. Why do you think user ID exists on game plan? Do I have like something not saved? I don't even remember. I mean, that shouldn't even exist in the terms of ever. I don't think I've ever had. Well, actually, game plan. No, that's not true. Game plan does have. Game plan has a user ID. However. Oh, geez. Okay. Okay, that's not going to work. Gameplan.id equals nil. Nope, 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 nope. I kind of messed up. I mean, it's kind of sort of okay, but it's not really. Let me rephrase. I will pass an empty game plan with only the user ID. To indicate a create request. And then I can go over to my user account. It's a user account. No, it's game plan. Service. Okay, here we go. So this way I can do an empty game plan with nothing but the game plans should have. I'm pretty sure game plans have. They have a user ID, right? Ugh, I don't have one right now. Because I'm going to create one. So why does it think... So game plan doesn't have a user ID, but it's supposed to have a user ID. I'm 99% sure game plan has a user ID. So why isn't it in the game plan logic? Because it's a way to link which game plans were created by or created for a specific user. And let's go to that. Game plan, user account. Game plans are in the game plan. Don't need this. Game plan types. So I really don't have any. How do I not have? Oh God. So here's the thing. I think I don't have a user ID on game plan, but I think I need one because now that I'm thinking about it in my head, game plan is, all right, so a user gets a game plan with each team. But what I would like to do is set it up so that users can, their extra game plans can be used for alternate strategies. So maybe you're using one game plan for a while and then you decide you want to swap out or change it out, or maybe just use the game plan from a different team just to see how it works for your team. It's your personal game plan, right? You can do whatever you want with it. But That said, you would end up disconnecting your second game plan. So if you're using the same game plan for two teams, you can disconnect your game plan. And it would just be orphaned. But if it stays connected to your user ID, it would not be. What happened to my... What are you doing, man? Are you dumping me? My chat just blew up. My chat just blew up. You could hear me, but I can't hear you. That's probably fine. I'm going to stop. It's a late day. I'll be back. Maybe I'll do another short session in a little while. I'm going to continue working on